Very good evening, friends. This is Gowhar. Today, what we are going to talk about is NLP. Uh, what does NLP stands for is Neuro Linguistic Programming. We will go through this, what exactly this is and how it will be a very much helpful tool for us. When we talk about a workplace, most of the times we find that ourselves the victim of workplace politics. Every day we step out of our homes or houses. Uh, it always keeps around our mind if everything will be alright at the workplace or not. Maybe my colleague has not played any kind of a chess game with me. Sort of. It's a common thing. It's a common thing. So apart from your salary, your job profile, how much you're comfortable with your colleagues, with your peers, subordinates, your bosses, do matter a lot for your success at your workplace. You might be knowing that there are different languages for the computers: COBOL, C, C++. What these all languages are used for to program, execute certain command, and get some predefined results which we want in a very efficient and effective manner. Um, as a computer programmer, you design those programs, you input, you get these results. Similarly, there are the programming languages which has been created, or which we are influenced of from last 10 years, 20 years, 15, whatever our age is. Now, what are the different inputs for this language? If I need to categorize it and put it in the priority, on the very much first list I put family. How does family program our minds? You might be aware that the age of 0 to 5 years is the age where 95% of the human brain is developed. So it means if a kid stays at his home for 2 years when he is not going anywhere, that means a lot of conditioning and a lot of programming is already done. Next to this, very much important is our KG, kindergarten schools. You might be aware that when we used to go to KG schools, especially in the drawing classes, when the teacher asks us to draw any object, any fruit, she wants us to make it perfect. And as a kid, 2 years or 3 years old, if I draw an apple of this kind of a shape, definitely I will get a left and right from my teacher. So what she or he wants is to draw an apple with a perfect shape, with a leaf on it, and then she wants to color it. Now, how do I know that I'm supposed to color this apple within the boundaries? I'm just 3 years old at that point of time, so I started coloring it like this. And the teacher would come, shut up, and ask me not to do like this. You're supposed to draw it within these boundaries and draw it red. So everything what she told, she programmed my mind. Think about and think within these boundaries. You're not supposed to move outside these boundaries. Things are supposed to be as they are. This was one aspect how our programming is done. We move ahead. We have our friends. Some freaking friends really play a very important role to program our minds. And then we have relatives as well in queue, who positively or negatively do influence our minds, program our minds. What happens when our mind is programmed in a certain way? We are not able to think antithesis. We think in a set patterns, and mind is such a thing which creates patterns very fast. 1 and 1, what is 1 and 1? Some will say it is 2, some will say it is 11. Because we have been talking about 1 and 1 means 2, 1 and 1 means 11. There has been always GD on the group discussions, but nobody says that this is a numeric digit. 1 and 1, of course, a numeric digit. Nothing more than that. So I was not able to think about outside what I have been programmed for. Let's take an example. I ask a person to think about a number between 1 to 5. So he's supposed to think about a number which comes between 1 to 5. While asking him to think about a number between 1 to 5, then I ask him not to think about the one which comes in his mind very first. Not to think too hard. I will send you the number. For that, you need to concentrate. Then ask him, did you get the number? And 95 times, 95% chances are the answer will be 4. Now you ask me how. I started programming his mind when I gave certain embedded commands. Very first command, when I told him to think between 1 to 5, that means he's not supposed to think outside 1 to 5. It was very first command. The embedded command started when I told him not to think about the one which comes in his mind very first. I am telling him not to think about 1 or 1. Though he's not consciously aware that I'm asking him to not think about 1. But in his subconscious mind, the command goes not to think about the 1. This is how the programming takes place in Neuro Linguistic programming. Then I told him not to think too hard. I was referring to 2, which equal sounds 2. So I was telling him not to think too hard. I told him not to think about the 1, not to think about the 2. What remains is between 3 to 4. Then I told him, I will send you the number. For that, you need to concentrate. And for, or it is equivalent to 4. I told him to think about, you need to, for that, or for that. So it was all the embedded commands that went to his mind, in his subconscious mind. 95% chances, the answer will be 4. This is just one part. How the programming of the mind takes place. You might have witnessed a lot of mentalists or psychologists, what they term as a cold reading. Cold reading is when a person or a stranger starts reading your mind, who has never met you before, and gives you the answers which actually baffles you most of the times. And you're very much fascinated in how come this person gets the results. It's all about how he understands, how he is reading your mind. In the developing field of human resource management, apart from the compensation management or payroll management, when I talk about training and development, grievance redressals, I talk about employee branding, employee engagement, employee loyalty. Till the time as an HR manager or an HR person, you are not able to understand the psyche of your employer, create a mirror image of your employee, it's very, very difficult actually to make a sociable situation or a gelling situation within the workplace, creating a very, what we call as a harmony in your workplace, a good going workplace situation. It's very difficult. Tomorrow when you go and step to your office place, the person with whom you feel that you are not good, you don't find him good at your workplace, and you're often irritated with him. But yes, of course, at the workplace you cannot do anything about it. You have to spend your time there. Try to match his body language. Now, how to do that? There will be certain aspects of his body language which are very much, visible. He can copy that, but he should not be aware that you're copying him. But do not copy such body gestures which will make it offensive. Maybe some of your colleague has the habit of putting his finger in his nose. Do not do that. But yes, which are not very much, in his conscious mind that he is doing that. And apart from those things, there are some things which you copy, and 100% you will not be aware of that. What you need to copy is that the way he blinks his eyes, when he breathes in, when he breathes out. Breathe in the similar manner. This creates a flow, a harmony in your body language with that person. You will not be aware, and it's very much prone that that person will feel that going good going with you, and the things will get better at the workplace. Oh, I guess we are planning to conduct certain practical sessions, which I will be podcasting over a few weeks, and definitely I will require some great inputs from you. I hope this gave you some idea about neuro linguistic programs. You can go on, search on the internet, understand the concepts, do some R&D on the concept, and I'm very much sure that it will be very much helpful for your workplace. Till the time, um, it was wonderful, I guess. And very good evening. It's time to sleep. Bye bye. Thank you.